Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of Danny on NFL, a show dedicated to the Indianapolis Colts. So this week we're going to take a look at some of the free agents in 2020 and decide on which ones that we should target and which ones we should let go. I have picked 3 that I think the Colts should target this offseason, so stay tuned. Let's dive into it. So the first player we're going to talk about is Anthony Costanzo, the left tackle, who's honestly been one of the most consistent left tackles in the game for a couple of years now. So he was drafted in 2011. 2014 was arguably his best year, where he had a 90 pass blocking grade. He only gave up 2 sacks and only had 10 hits, but did have 24 hurries. But that was also the year that the Colts had a really bad offensive line, so he was kind of the anchor for it. Currently, on this season, he's only given up 1 sack, 1 hit, and 9 hurries with 11 pressures. To me, Costanzo is going to be probably the main guy we're going to want to look at when it comes to the 2020 free agents, or even trying to get an extension going during the season too. So the next person we're going to take a look at is Jack Doyle, the tight end, who I think has, again, been one of the most consistent pass catchers for the Colts this year and in previous years as well. Not only that, but he's also a great run blocker as well. He can set an edge, and as you can see here, he's really good at running routes. He's really good at getting away from linebackers and coverage too. But the one thing that I like most about him is his aggressiveness, and as you can see here, once he catches this pass, he's got 2 options. He can either run out, or he can kind of hit that corner and be aggressive with the play, and he chooses to be aggressive, which I really respect out of a player. He's also been part of the Colts for a very long time. He's been there since Dallas Clark, honestly. And together, him and Ebron have been some of the best weapons that have been on this offense with Frank Reich, and also too with the offensive coordinator. And like I said too, he's a really good run blocker, so he's going to be a benefit. He's also not a giant part of the passing offense, so I think he'll be pretty cheap to re-sign. But I really think that the Colts should think about extending him as well. So the final guy we're going to talk about is Eric Ebron, who last year caught 13 touchdowns and led the league in tight end targets and catches as well. This year it's been a little bit more disappointing, but I also think that's just the offensive style that the Colts have. They're leaning more towards the running game and the ball control kind of offense and kind of controlling the clock, and with that comes lack of receivers as well. However, I do believe he still is a matchup nightmare. He's 6'3", 240 pounds, so he's honestly too big for a corner to cover or a safety, but he's too fast for a linebacker to cover, so he's kind of the perfect weapon in a play action and run first team. So again, I do believe the Colts should target him in the offseason or look to sign him to some sort of extension before he hits the open market. So to round this video out, we're going to take a look at some of the most notable free agents that the Colts have in 2020. So of course there is Costanzo. Funchess only signed a 1-year deal. Jabal Sheard is another one that we really need to sign. He's the defensive end who is really good at pass rushing and also setting an edge in the running game. Then the other one is Zach Pascal. He's the receiver we signed in the offseason, who has really come into his own and had a really good season so far, especially with the lack of receiving core that the Colts have. And then, of course, there's Adam Vinatieri, the kicker, who is still playing at 47 years old. However, I do think that at the end of the year, he should just hang up the cleats, not only just due to his age, just because there's really nothing left for him to achieve. But anyways, if you guys did enjoy the video, please hit the like button. It lets me know that you guys do enjoy the content that I'm putting out. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and until next time, go Colts.